Hey friends, how's it going? My name's Miriam and I'm a poet amongst other things, and I'm sitting, as you can see, in an armchair, hence the armchair poet. Now it is a grey and dreary day today, which is perhaps appropriate in the lead up to Easter week, but I wanted to share a couple of pieces with you they help me in my reflection, and I hope they help you in your reflections on Easter week as well. So Palm Sunday is the one just past, and that involves the story of Jesus coming into Jerusalem and being celebrated and being cried out to while he rode in on a donkey. So this piece is called My High Horse, and it reflects on that story and on mine. And it goes like this. I scrambled up on my high horse today. I have to use the aid of a stepladder sometimes, so tall has my dubious beast grown. With all the wisdom of my 31, almost 32 years, with my black and white dualistic wrong and right world view, from my great height with my reams of righteousness, I pass down judgment on the masses, who should have been rejoicing in my wisdom, but seem, to my great confusion, just peeved. Beats me, why? I graciously rode my high horse today. I've got it right, you see. The secrets of the ages have been given to me to hand out in appropriate measures, leaning down over my high horse's mane, as my fingertips drip wisdom on the heads of those lucky enough to know my name. I was talked gently down from my high horse today. Thank God for mothers who have the grace to ease their children from the saddle of vanity without aggravating their insecurities through public confrontation. It was suggested to me through my tears of frustration that the world would not see things my way, that perhaps there might be 1 or 2 or 6 billion others who knew a little more than me. The stepladder was replaced and I edged my way back down to reality. I was clotheslined from the back of my high horse today. They didn't mean to, of course, but every now and again even I begin to realize that the masses are unrealistically far below me, and perhaps there is something wrong with my perspective, and usually I have to be lying face down in the mud of reality to realize this. And then there's the temptation to feel terribly guilty when I realize the extent of my pride and vanity. But His grace is sufficient for me. And maybe this time, instead of a high horse, I'll go for a Shetland pony. Now they say death is the great leveller, but I don't think that's right. Well, maybe for the dead, it is. But for those who are left behind, we can easily dig the grave deeper or lift the pedestal higher. No, death doesn't leave people where they lay. But grace? Now grace is a great leveller. With grace, we mourn our brokenness together. With grace, a king offers what I can't earn for free for me and 7 billion others. This is the king whom I follow, and how I love him. With grace, I try to listen to him more now. Try to allow him to whisper in my ear a word of hesitation as my foot sits in the stirrup and my hand reaches up to the bridle. I am reminded of the man, the God whom I worship and follow, the greatest I am of all. And yet, he had no high horse, though of all who could have, he deserved it. Rather, the Son of God, Son of Man, rode a donkey. And maybe this time, instead of a high horse, I'll go for the Shetland pony. And here's the wonderful illustration that goes with that. It's in my book, The Common Condition, and it was illustrated by Christoph Booth. So that's looking back to Palm Week. And I wanted to share this piece, looking forward to Easter, by the wonderful Luci Shaw, who it turns out I'm related to. Who knew? And she writes these glorious pieces about different times in the Christian year, reflecting on Christmas and Easter and the death and resurrection of Christ. There's a word in this that I'm not comfortable saying, so I'm just going to skip over that. I'll replace it with the word Samaritan. It's called the revolutionary, and it goes like this. Do you wince when you hear his name made vanity? What if you were not so safe, sheltered, circled by love and tradition? What if the world shouted at you? Could you take the string of hoarse words, glutton, wino, devil, crazy man, agitator, bastard, Samaritan lover, rebel, and hang the grimy ornament around your neck and answer, love? See the sharp stones poised against your head. Even your dear friend couples your name with curses. By God, I know not God. The obscene affirmation of infidelity echoes insistent from a henhouse roof. Then slap, spit, the whip, the thorn, the gravel grinds your fallen knees under a whole world's weight until the hammering home of all your virtue stakes you stranded halfway between hilltop and heaven. Neither will have you. And will you whisper, forgive? I'll leave you with that. It's from Luci's book, Accompanied by Angels, Poems of the Incarnation. I hope as you go forward into this week, you have some time to stop and think of what the week means. To Christians certainly, and even if you are not of that belief, that you reflect on what it means to be honest with ourselves and where we stand. May you go forward with blessing, and may you know that you are fully seen, fully known, and fully loved. And I'll chat to you next time.